Charles Morris, and welcome to the Journey 2020, where we come your way every Monday at 7 p.m. right here at www.thejourney2020.com. Well, we're coming off the weekend, and we're well going into the football season, college, high school, the pros. And so I say that the country is back to normal. Summer is over. We're going into the month of October, which is my favorite month out of the year, by the way. And basketball is starting up. The Major League Baseball playoffs starting to begin. Hockey and football, of course. So the country is back to being normal. Through all the madness that has been going on in the news, whether or not it's our president, there's an earthquake that just happened. There's the floods in the Carolinas. There's the fires that's out west, and earthquake that took place overseas, and so on and so forth. That's why I'm always mindful to be prayerful and to just take consideration of the small little things in life that we sometimes overlook, things that we take for granted. I'm always mindful and prayerful of my family and my friends and my church members and the shut-ins and the saints that we are. And so it's the little small things that we really have to be thankful for that make up the big things each and every day of our lives. With that being said, Dr. Robinson, who used to be my co-host on the show, actually came up with the idea of the Journey 2020. We had been doing work for many years together on some other things, lots of things. And so we did the show together for well over a couple of years, and he's been gone now for about a year and a half, 2 years. And so I wanted to feature his annual event, which I think is this, he may have said this was his 12th year, the Recovery Walk and Run through the Drug Addiction Network. And so they feature and highlight and talk about recovery and how important it is, and to hear other stories. And like always in everything else in life, and no matter how old you are, you're going to always need a mentor in life. It doesn't matter how old you are. And the more you live life, the more you learn life, you learn how important it is to have a supporting cast and the right people around you, the right people in your circle, so on and so forth. No one is talking about you being perfect. No one is talking about your circle being perfect, but the spirit of understanding humbleness, the spirit of understanding forgiveness, the spirit of understanding what's right and what's wrong, the spirit of not being into the world with the world values and saying that because you don't have this, you're not that, and because you do have this, you are this. It's just the right people who have a sense of self and what's right and what's wrong. And even when we do wrong, we have to learn to be forgiving, also be forgiving to ourselves. So what is today's show about? Well, I wanted to feature and highlight some of what goes on at the Recovery Walk that takes place in September of every year. I think Dr. Robinson said this is the 12th year. That's also involved the Orange County Coalition for a Drug-Free, which is through Orange County. I wanted to interview Carol, but Carol was not there, and blessings to her. She had to leave, dealing with some family members. But doing this show, you get a chance to hear Dr. Robinson. You'll get to hear Louis Delgado in their story. And you also will hear a guest speaker that was there at the event that took place on Saturday. And normally this they would have a couple other people that would have a story of dealing with addiction and how they came about and rose up from it. So that's always inspiring, and there's always hope, especially if you have a supporting cast. With that being said, want to say make sure that you check out Youth Central Sports. That's every Wednesday at 11 p.m. at www.youthcentralsports.com with the original Coach Carter. We talk about sports and some other things as well. And also the third Monday of every month, we have Dr. Kathy Meeks, who is our sex therapist, and she comes on and she tried to help us out with some of the things in which may not seem major to some, but they are. The little secrets and the things that we're not so confident about to help us have a better relationship in a lot of different ways, because we know how important that aspect of our relationship is in a marriage, in a relationship, so on and so forth. So she's our sex therapist. I love to take your questions, comments, and so on and so forth. And then the fourth Monday of every month, we have Keith Nkrumah, who here to highlight and to help those who are dealing with custody battles in the court system. He's of Young Fathers of Central Florida. He does an outstanding job and have 8 great programs. So I ask you to Google Young Fathers of Central Florida. And they also and always will be looking for mentors to spend time with these young men, those who are stepping up to the plate, understanding their responsibility now that they are fathers. But understanding, we understand some of the battles that they're facing in the court system through the relationships and other madness and the things that take place when you don't understand your rights, when you're trying to get visitation rights or so on and so forth. Sometimes certain things they may be taken advantage of simply because they don't know. So there's a lot going on through all that and some madness and some. So I don't have to go into that to tell you what it's like when young people and even older people come to differences and they no longer like each other, but there's a child involved, and somehow or another the child is not even in the equation anymore. It's about feelings and emotions and how I feel about this person. So I'm going to do everything I can in my power to try to hurt you. And the child is nowhere in the room, in the thought, in the mind. So with that being said, that's another show, within itself. But understanding your rights, understanding how to deal with all of that and some, because a lot of times both parties can be wrong, but you're still hurting the child. So we ask you to tune in the fourth Monday of every month with Hakeem Nkrumah from Young Fathers of Central Florida right here at www.thejourney2020.com. So we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to be talking to my old co-host who used to help me co-host this show, as Dr. Robertson would say. The journey is from me to you and from you to me so we can reach a high level. So we're going to take a quick time out, and when we come back, we're going to go to Lake Eola right here, Lake Eola Park, downtown in Orlando. Normally, the recovery walk would be at Barnett Park, but they moved it to downtown to Lake Eola. Yay, it was great event. So we want to feature some of the highlights and talk about and have a better understanding what the event about when it comes to recovery and those and why they do what they do. So we're going to take a quick time out. I'm Charles Morris, and you're part of the Journey 2020 right here at www.thejourney2020.com. Make sure you like us on Facebook, subscribe to us on YouTube, check us out on Twitter and Periscope. We'll be right back after these messages.
Hey, how are you? I'm Dr. Abraham Woods, and I have a question for you. Would you stay around if you had bad sex? Who stays around for bad sex? You've often wondered if there's something we can do for you in the house of medicine that can help you improve yourself so you can help to improve your relationships. Well, ladies, we do have a shot for you called the O-Shot. The O-Shot has been around for a couple of years, and here at the Rejuvenation, we have been doing this shot for women to help them with their sensation, to help them with their lubrication, to help them with their arousal, and most of all, to help them with their orgasm, to achieve better orgasms like ever before. The process of injecting your platelets into your vaginal area has been improved to a point that we can now inject your platelets, which we take from your bloodstream, and concentrate them, activate them, and place them into the clitoris, the labia, into the Bartholin gland area, along the urethra, that for those of you who suffer bad sex just from leaking urine, we're able to tighten those muscles and tighten the vaginal floor so that you can get excellent results. When you get to the point in life that you want to enhance your sexual performance, think of Rejuvenation. We at the Rejuvenation Treatment are here for you, and therefore Give us a call, 407-830-4777, or go to our website at Rejuvenation Treatment Center, and you can find out more about us. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Charles Morris.
And I'm Coach Carter.
And we're excited because we're coming your way at Youth Central Sports.
We're talking sports, baseball, basketball, football, hockey, ping pong, bowling. We're talking about it all. Come join us as we talk about sports.
And we're talking about sports in the sense of young, using it as mentoring. We're talking about college, we're talking about high school, we're talking about middle school, we're talking about the pros, we're talking about it all twines together and how it affects us. So we want to hear from you. So we need you to tune in at youthcentralconnection.com. I'm here, and if you which I know you recognize for those who have been watching the Journey 2020 since 2013, my partner in crime, Dr. Robinson, how long have you been gone now?
It's not been more than actually a couple years.
Oh, okay. The original co-host of the Journey 2020, and the favorite saying is, the journey is from me to you and from you to me to reach a high level.
Forgotten what my ending was. There you go.
Right. Okay. We're here with Dr. Robinson with your annual event, and why don't you tell us about it?
Okay. This is our annual Drug and Alcohol Recovery Walk, and it's designed to celebrate the success of individuals who have gone through treatment, who have gone through the fire and the storm of recovery and come out the other end even stronger.
Okay.
And so we're here at Lake Eola in Orlando, and we have probably about 300 to 400 folks out here and who are celebrating recovery and the fact that their lives are even better after that recovery from alcohol and drug addiction.
Let's go back. How did all of this started?
Well, the annual Recovery Walk and Run is a national effort, and it's meant to, because often there's a lot of stigma in our community about alcohol and drug addiction. So it was thought on a national level that being able to celebrate recovery, being able to come out from the shadows, and to be able to let people know that recovery is something that's available for anyone who goes through treatment, who makes the effort to get out from under alcohol and drug addiction. And it was meant to let the community know that that alcohol and drug problems are not a problem of a small minority, but it's a problem for all of us, because I don't know any family that hasn't been touched by addictions or by alcoholism.
Okay, now what you just said was a mouthful, because that was no seriously, because what you just said was about 5 shows. Remember I always say there's a show in the show?
I hear you.
Because what you just said that's about 5 different shows right there.
Okay.
But now I'm gonna pick something out, and I want to say, in this country, we don't handle drug addiction very well in the sense of our mindset. When you're addicted to something, it's easier to arrest me than to say he has an addiction. It's just easy to focus on the crime versus the illness and what somebody is really going through. I'm doing this because I'm an addict. I need my fix. Right. And so we don't handle that very well. Are we educating ourselves? Are there any light at the end of the tunnel when it comes to this country and understanding why this is so important and what is really happening? Because David Washington, as you know, is a retired detective out of New York City, and he said there's been times on many arrests he realized this person did not need to be arrested. This person needed help. Okay, so are we kind of getting to be more educated? And I know that's a
That covers a lot of territory.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But I would agree with.
I'm sorry. Would something like this help better? I mean, would something like this help us better understand?
I think so.
Okay.
The reason is that often individuals have thought of alcohol or drug problems as either a habit or something someone through some problem has gotten into. But alcohol and drug addiction is what is called a brain disease. What happens is that after an individual uses alcohol or drugs, often, and in our community, there is at times a pain that we suffer, and that is often remain covered for many years, and as a result, the individuals try to what we call self-medicate, and in doing that, often individuals don't understand what they've gotten into, why it's happened to them, and then families often are misinformed. So what we say is that the first thing is to get educated as far as what alcohol and drug addiction really is. And it is an actual disease. The next thing is to get, if need be, to get involved in getting further educated about it, getting treated if need be, and then, as we're doing here at the Recovery Walk and Run, getting involved in spreading the word to the rest of the community.
Take us through today. We start off and just take us through today real quick, because I know you got to be on stage in a minute.
Exactly. Well, we just had the main part of our walk where the walkers walked around Lake Eola, and around the walk there were various signs that, because we always use an opportunity to educate, so the signs, that one that you'll see in the background talks about how many people suffer from alcohol and drug problems in the country. And there were 20 signs around the park. So once they finish walking, each one of the walkers, when they come in, they'll get a medal indicating that they have accomplished something in being out here today. Secondly, we'll also recognize the individuals who have had time in recovery, both the longest recovery and also the shortest recovery, because even if it's a day, it's a worthwhile effort in recovery. We'll then have speakers who will speak about their addiction recovery process and further educate the crowd. Then we'll also have a motivational speaker, Mrs. America, who has advocated for alcohol and drug education. After that, we'll go ahead and have prizes for those who have come out and joined us today. And then we'll get to party and celebrate recovery in the best way we know how. And that is to dance, enjoy ourselves, and leave knowing that we have done something to help educate the community.
All right, well, I know you got to go on stage, and we're going to feature some of the things that he's talking about. And again, one of the actually the person who came up with the idea of the Journey 2020, as he would say, the journey is from me to you and from you to me, so we can reach a higher level.
Reach a higher level.
Okay. Go ahead and do your thing.
All right, okay, thanks.
Hi, I'm Charles Morris.
And I'm Coach Carter.
And we're excited because we're coming your way at Youth Central Sports.
We're talking sports: baseball, basketball, football, hockey, ping pong, bowling. We're talking about it all. Come join us as we talk about sports.
And we're talking about sports in the sense of young, using it as mentoring. We're talking about college. We're talking about high school. We're talking about middle school. We're talking about the pros. We're talking about it all twines together and how it affects us. So we want to hear from you. So we need you to tune in at youthcentralconnection.com.
Hello, my brothers. Are you having a little trouble in the bedroom that's making you feel, well, a little less than? We have the answer for you. A new revolutionary breakthrough solution scientifically proven for men suffering from erectile dysfunction and Peyronie's disease. It's called GainsWave. Yes, GainsWave. Are you ready for increased girth, harder, stronger erections, increased sensation. Gainswave is the answer. Non-surgical, non-invasive, no side effects, no downtime. You need Gainswave, my brother. Call us at Rejuvenation Treatment Center, 407-830-4777. Again, that's Rejuvenation Treatment Center, 407-830-4777, to get you back in the game.
All right, well, that's Dr. Robinson. We are going to take a look and a listen to Miss Florida and some comments that she had at today's event with the Recovery Walk.
An amazing person. She was Mrs. Florida. She was Mrs. America. She has guided and supported so many people and mentored so many people, not only in the pageantry business, but in life in general. In that coaching style, in that mentorship style. She's a mom, a wife, a great friend, and we all need people like that, right? Everybody in here that's ever suffered or hurt, you know how special it is to have a Renee in your life, right? I got a Dana. This brother's got a Renee. I know Trinity has an Angel. Oh wow, that sounds nice. You got a what? Dang, Quito's got a Dabney. We all need a Dabney, a Dana, a Renee. And so when I asked Renee if she would come here and speak to you guys today, she said yes. She has a personal story that she's going to share with y'all. Because this happens in any family, right? In any family, right? Yes. It can happen to anybody, right? Yes. Regardless of how good you look or how much money you have, this disease doesn't give a damn. But we do. And so I want you to listen to her story, please. She came with some very special people, and I'm going to let her introduce those people that love her and came with her today to support her in sharing her story with you. So if you could please listen to Renee Ruiz. Please come up here, Renee.
I think that was a bit much. I'm just going to put this over here because I did make some notes because I didn't know that I was going to say much. So late last night, I put a few words together, but this is going to help me because I am an emotional person, and I hope I don't cry. If I do, forgive me. But it's great to see you all here. I mean, honestly, this is so important. You know, there's so many families that are suffering. I'm sorry, I'm getting emotional, but my daughter is here, and she's in recovery. And I want to give her a hand. Because you know what? You're not alone. You're not an island. Those of you who are in recovery, all of your family members, all of your friends are loving and supporting you, and it affects everybody. So I think it's important that you're here today and that you're supporting your loved ones. So I'm here. I have my family and my friends here to show love and support. So I thank you all for being here. I mean, everybody here, it's so important that you show your face. It really is. So the message I want to share is just of hope and encouragement. First, to the families and the friends of those people in recovery, your love, your compassion, and your patience are integral to the healing of those people who are struggling, and also to your own healing. And I want you to know it's so important that you never give up on your loved ones, because it is often darkest before the dawn. To those of you who are in recovery, just like my shirt says here, I don't know if you can see it, your past doesn't determine your future, for we have all fallen. Falling isn't the issue. It's as long as you get up. There's an ancient Chinese proverb that says, fall down 7 times, stand up 8. Because you are worthy, you are valued, and you are loved. Thank you. All right, I got that. Whew, just a couple of tears. So next I want to bring up some very special people that are special to me. The next young lady is a long, lifetime friend. I've known her for over 20 years. Her and her husband have been so important in so many roles here in Central Florida and throughout the states. Jackie and David Siegel have helped to bring some much needed help here in Central Florida. So they help to bring all of the first responders the Narcan, so that when you or any of your loved ones are in trouble, they're there and they're there to save their lives. So I want to bring Jackie Siegel up here to share a few words, and then we have somebody else I want to bring up. Thank you, Renee. Oh my God. In a way, this is like a double-edged sword. I am so happy to be here, but I'm not happy for the reason that I'm involved in this. A few years ago, I was here, the last time I was walking in the park with my daughter, Victoria Siegel. She was 18 years old. It was actually for a cancer walk. And she did not make it through recovery. She did an overdose, and now this is how I take a walk in the park with my daughter, with her face on my t-shirt. So I really am so proud of all of you for the strength that you have. And I know you have to take it day by day, but don't think of just yourself. Think of the people around you that you love, and you don't want them to have to go through life wearing a t-shirt with your face on, and that's the closest thing that they can have to be with you. And my husband and I decided that Victoria was not going to die in vain. So we got very active, and we have been up in Washington, D.C. We, as Renee mentioned, have Narcan in all of the first responders' cars, and we have a Narcan available. We have $500 million allocated to have Narcan in every state across the country. We know here locally that the Narcan was used about 100 times since we've implemented this. So we know we can gauge that we've helped to save 100 lives so far just here. And my daughter left behind a diary, and she had sent a text to her best friend that in the event of her doing an overdose, if I could publish her diary and let other people know the struggles, that they're not alone. And she wants to help save lives. So she's speaking from beyond the grave. And the book is going to be called Victoria's Voice, which is also the name of our foundation. So it'll be coming out probably in a couple of months. So you'll be hearing more about that. And thank you again, and stay strong. And please think about everyone who loves you if you ever think about relapse. Thank you very much. Thank you, Jackie. And we hope that more cities and states will have the same resources, because that is so important in that moment, to have that immediate help with the Narcan. I mean, it's so important. So if you don't know about it, for those of you who are watching on TV, if you're not familiar, it is life-saving in those moments when somebody is in an overdose from an opioid. So it's so important. Again, you can get it from the pharmacies. It's something that's readily available. If you're a family that has a loved one, make sure you have it on you, just in case. I mean, nobody wants that to happen, but it will save lives. So the next young lady I want to bring out is our reigning Mrs. Florida, Melissa Parker, and she also has a story to share with some of her friends that are in recovery.
Thank you so much. I'm so honored to be here. My name is Melissa Parker, and I'm the reigning Mrs. Florida, America. And it's so important, you know, this title for me means service, and it means bringing awareness to these causes. And this is one that's very near and dear to my heart, because I've had some friends that have made it through, and I've had some friends that haven't. And that's tough on everybody, the families, the friends, it's tough on everybody. So it's so, so important that if you're dealing with this, keep it up. Keep going for it, because this today is a celebration of life, and it's a celebration of the next step in your life and what's to come. Overcoming adversity makes us stronger, and so you use that strength to help others. Use your story and your voice, whether you're the family going through this or the person that's dealing with it on your own. You use that strength to help others, because service to me has helped me to overcome things in my life and the adversity that I've had, and it will do the same for you. Thank you so much for having me. Thank you so much for coming out here today. It's a beautiful day. Enjoy it. Thank you.
That's awesome. That's Melissa Parker. Thank you very much, Melissa. And Melissa's going to be signing back in the back, right by over there where you see the Student Health Services, UCF. Now Matters More table. There's another one right there. So if you want to get something signed by Melissa, she's over there. Please go give her a hug, thank her, take a pic with her, do whatever you got to do, just like you did with Pinklin Thomas. You know what I mean? Just all these people. Thank you very much to all of you for coming out. Thank you. One more hand for Jackie, for Renee, for Melissa. Thank y'all for coming out.
Hey, brothers. How are you? Are you ready to get your sexy on? You should check me out. I'm Dr. Abraham Woods with Rejuvenation Treatment Centers. And guess what we have here? We have that famous P-Shot. The P-Shot is giving you your platelet-rich plasma back to the penis that's improving your girth, your length, your sensation, your orgasms. What more do you want in life than to have great sex? Look me up when you want to get your sexy on, and check us out at Rejuvenation Treatment Center. I'm Dr. Abraham Woods.
Hi, my name is Kathy Meeks. I am a marriage and family therapist and a board-certified sex therapist. We will be discussing all things sexual. Whatever relationship issues that you're having, give us a call and we'll be glad to discuss it with you. You can join us the third Monday of every month at www.thejourney2020.com. Like us on Facebook and subscribe to us on YouTube. Remember, 7 p.m. on the third Monday of every month.
Well, there's nothing like some good entertainment as well. So entertainment is always part of the event. So let's check out Miss France Neal at the 2018 Recovery Walk at Lake Eola in Orlando. Enjoy.
Try to do it every year. You guys have always been so cooperative and fun, so try to get some of you up here. But anyway, little Aretha Franklin for you. All right, come on, put those hands together, guys. Hurry up. What you want, baby, I got it. What you need, you know I got it. All I'm asking is for the respect when you get home. Hey, baby, when you get home. Let's go way over back then. I didn't even know you. It could have been too much more to take. I ain't no psychiatrist, ain't no doctor with degree, but it don't take so much IQ to see what you do to me. You better think about what you're trying to do to me. Yeah, think about your left yourself. Help me out, guys. We say freedom.
Showing out, I love it. All right, ladies, come on, let's spread out across the stage, okay? Here we go. All right. Don't go too close to the edge now. All right. All right, are my step girls ready? Yeah? All right, let's get this on the road. We're going to start it off slow. All right, I got some little eye cats. We're gonna start it off slow, but we're gonna finish it rough, because that's the way we do. Proud Mary. Come on. Yeah. Left a good job in the city, working for a man every night and day, but I never lost one minute of sleep. Keep sidestepping. Thank you, ladies. Awesome job. Thank you so much for helping me out. Appreciate it. Thank you, Dr. Robertson. And these are the stars. What's your name? Tina Turner. What's your name? All right. And your name? Thomas. Give it up for the little ones helping me out on that. Awesome job, ladies. All right. All right, we got time for one more song. I was going to pick on the fellas, but I might leave them alone. Actually, I think I'm going to close it out with a song about surviving. Because you are all survivors. You're still here doing your thing. And ain't no better place to be. So a little Gloria Gaynor for you.
That stupid life, I should have made you leave the key. I had no just one second. You'll be back here finding me. Go, what can I do? What can I do? Just turn around, love. You're not home anymore. Weren't you the one who tried to hurt me with that? Did you think I'd crumble? Did you think I'd lay down and die? Hold on, that I will survive. Well, as long as I know how to love, I know I stay alive. And I've got all my life to live, and I've got all my love to give, and I'll survive. I will survive. Hey, hey. Oh, yeah. See, I still so many that trying not to fall apart. Kept trying to hold too many pieces of a broken heart. You know, I spent so many nights feeling sorry for myself. I used to cry. But now I hold my head high, you see me. Somebody new. I'm not the trainer, the person to love you. So you felt like dropping in. You just expect creation to be free. Well, I'm saving all my love. Those who want to stop me, no, not love. Walk out door. Just turn around, love. You're not home anymore. Weren't you the one who tried to break me with goodbye? Did you think I'd crumble? Did you think I'd lay down and die? Oh, no, never. I was brave. Well, as long as I know how to love, I know how I got all my life to live, and I got all my love here, and I'll survive. I will survive. Can you say, oh? Go on now, go. Walk out door. Just turn around, love. You're not home anymore. Weren't you the one who tried to break me on your back? Did you think I'd crumble? Did you think I'd lay down and die? Oh, no, not I was love. Well, as long as I know how to love, I'm not alive. And I've got all my life to live, and I've got all my love to give, and I'll survive. I was love. Hey, that sounds good. Thank you guys so much. Thank you so much. Thank you, Dr. Robertson, for having me again. Thank you so much. And thank you for helping me out.
Hey, how are you? I'm Dr. Abraham Woods, and I have a question for you. Would you stay around if you had bad sex? Who stays around for bad sex? You've often wondered if there's something we can do for you in the house of medicine that can help you improve yourself so you can help to improve your relationships. Well, ladies, we do have a shot for you called the O Shot. The O Shot has been around for a couple of years, and here at the Rejuvenation, we have been doing this shot for women to help them with their sensation, to help them with their lubrication, to help them with their arousal, and most of all, to help them with their orgasm, to achieve better orgasms like ever before. The process of injecting your platelets into your vaginal area has been improved to a point that we can now inject your platelets, which we take from your bloodstream, and concentrate them, activate them, and place them into the clitoris, the labia, into the Bartholin gland area, along the urethra, that for those of you who suffer bad sex just from leaking urine, we're able to tighten those muscles and tighten the vaginal floor so that you can get excellent results. When you get to the point in life that you want to enhance your sexual performance, think of Rejuvenation. We at the Rejuvenation Treatment are here for you, and therefore give us a call, 407-830-4777, or go to our website at Rejuvenation Treatment Center, and you can find out more about us. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Charles Morris.
And I'm Coach Carter.
And we're excited because we're coming your way at Youth Central Sports.
We're talking sports, baseball, basketball, football, hockey, ping pong, bowling. We're talking about it all. Come join us as we talk about sports.
And we're talking about sports in the sense of young, using it as mentoring. We're talking about college, we're talking about high school, we're talking about middle school, we're talking about the pros, we're talking about it all twines together and how it affects us. So we want to hear from you, so we need you to tune in at youthcentralconnection.com.
You know, we're closing out today, but before we do, we have to talk with Louis Delgado. Louis and I have been friends for a very long time, and understanding what he's doing and understanding his heart and his passion. So I had a chance to talk with Louis Delgado. We're going to get him to come on the Journey 2020. Man, he would have so much to talk about, and he's a great guy with a great spirit and a great understanding of his purpose, and he's doing what God put him here to do. So he's going to talk to us here on the Journey 2020. All right, that's some great entertainment, right? That's Miss France Neal. But before we get out of here, we still got some time. So what we're going to do is that we're going to take another break. And when we come back, we're going to talk with Louis Delgado. Louis and I have been friends for a very long time, and he has a great heart, great compassion, and an understanding. He talks about his recovery. And so there's nothing like somebody who comes from it, who has an understanding of it. And so we're going to talk with Louis Delgado, why he thinks the recovery walk is so important, why he is part of it. And at some point in time, we're going to see if we can get him to come on the show. So we're going to take a quick time out, and we'll be right back after this right here.
Hi, my name is Kathy Meeks. I am a marriage and family therapist and a board-certified sex therapist. We will be discussing all things sexual. Whatever relationship issues that you're having, give us a call and we'll be glad to discuss it with you. You can join us the third Monday of every month at www.thejourney2020.com. Like us on Facebook and subscribe to us on YouTube. Remember, 7 p.m. on the third Monday of every month.
Now, we decided to do an interview right by the speaker.
You picked a great place there, Charles.
Right. I have with me Louis Delgado. Louis, we go way back. Okay.
Very much so, brother.
Now, finally, I've been talking with you about coming on the Journey 2020. Right. No. But we're going to make it happen. But today we're featuring the run and walk, the recovery walk and run.
Yes.
Right. So.
Well, we didn't run this year.
Right.
Just walking this year.
All right. Okay. How long have you been involved with recovery?
Oh, this is my 29th year in recovery, man. So this October, which is now, really, I got 30 years coming up October 16th.
Okay. Now, but how did you become involved with this event?
Well, since it started, Orange County started this coalition. I forget, it's got to be like 17 years ago or something like that, and I got started right from the beginning. And I'm so happy to be part of it. Let me tell you something, man. Every year, it just gets better and better. We started right here at Lake Eola at the band shell, and I still remember that very first recovery walk. So, man, Orange County has just been phenomenal, from law enforcement to politicians to government officials to the treatment centers to the community centers to the sober living facilities to everybody. The people, the recovery community has just been awesome here in Orange County. It's been awesome, man.
Okay, now tell us why you think this event is so important.
Oh, look, I think it's important because all too often we don't have any hope, man. When we're suffering and we're dying from our addiction and our disease, we don't have any hope, and we don't even know how life is going to look afterwards. See, it's all about how you live life after you get clean and sober. It's not about first getting clean and sober. It's about how am I going to live? How is it going to be fun? And who else is clean and sober? Only boring people are. It's going to be boring. So it's important to come out to events like this to see how fun recovery can be. Because, I didn't know it was going to be fun. I didn't know I was going to enjoy it, but it's important to instill hope in people and inspire them and let them know that there is life after use.
Okay. Now, tell us about what you do. And like you say, you've been this will be your 30th year, but you also been involved in trying to help. You have an understanding. You have a serving spirit. Right. What is it that you do and I know you have helped so many people?
Yeah, thank you. I'm the founder of the Now Matters More Foundation. We started that in 2011. I kind of pulled away from doing my private practice and treatment and stuff like that and started focusing a lot more on not only the radio show, The Couch Live, that we've been doing since 1999, but also the foundation. So I don't get paid by the foundation. We just created it along with my partner and president, Trinity Phillips, the Dharma guy. And what we do basically is we help people navigate the difficult business of recovery. Because, Charles, here's the problem. Somebody, they hear of a family member or they themselves have an issue. They don't know who to call or where to go. And sometimes you can get sucked in and lost in that whole shuffle. And it's hard to navigate. And the problem with that is sometimes we only make one phone call. And if we make that wrong phone call and we don't get the answer we need or we don't get the help we need, then our second phone call is to who? The dope man. Right. And that dope man always answers the phone. So it's important to know numbers like 833-NOW-MATTERS. That's 833-NOW-MATTERS. You make that phone call, and that way, if you need help, we at the foundation can kind of help guide you, talk to you, find out what kind of help you actually need, what you may need, and then just help you find the right program.
Okay, well, we're definitely going to have you come on the Journey 2020 to talk more about that. And again, Louis Delgado, he's been active. He has a serving spirit. He's helped a lot of people. He's honest. He's real. He's real. Real, because that's what it takes. Because you understand that stronghold that it has on people.
Yeah, man.
Right.
Thank you.
And a lot of people don't want to face that.
No.
Well, not the people that's involved with it, but the people that looking at other people and judging, because they don't want to deal with the reality of what's really going on. So it's nice that your feet are on the ground. You have an understanding, and I know because we go way back to
the beginning. You were my first producer on The Couch Live.
Right.
So 1999.
Right. All right. Well, again, we're going to have you come on the Journey 2020, and we're going to talk more about Louis and what he's doing and get the word out.
Thank you, brother.
All right. Thank you for taking time.
Always,
man. All right. All right. Well, questions, comment, you can always email us. Okay. I want to say again to Dr. Robinson, Louis Delgado, Carol from the Orange County Office for a Coalition for a Drug-Free Community for the great job that they do every year. They do stuff throughout the year, especially with children, high school, middle schoolers. Very heavily involved in just trying to cut down on smoking and drinking, drug addictions, and so on and so forth. So there's a lot of people always in the mix, just trying to make this a better community, a better city, a better town, a better world. So God places his angels where he placed them. And so with that being said, again, would like to invite you to join us every Monday right here at www.thejourney2020.com. Questions or comments, maybe you have a show idea, maybe you know someone that can that you would like to have come on the show, maybe you like to come on the show. Also, make sure that you tune into Youth Central Sports. That's Youth Central Sports every Wednesday with the original Coach Carter, Coach Vince Carter. That's www.youthcentralsports.com at 11 p.m. Eastern Time, where we talk about sports, how sports can be used as a tool for mentoring, having your child or you volunteering, how you can touch it and help so many by you just being there, coaching, just being supportive and being in the right environment, putting your child in the right environment, and not making it about the sport itself, but the opportunity that you get to plant a seed, because sports plays such a major part in our culture and how we look at it sometimes, to the point that it's actually at a fault. But we can use it in a very, very positive way, because we can spend time, the energy is right, the focus can be right, the purpose and everything else. So that's what Youth Central Sport is about. Also, the third Monday of every month right here on the Journey 2020, we have Dr. Kathy Meets, as our sex therapist, as we're talking about love and relationships and some other things. She also going to highlight her part 2 love and relationship workshop that was very successful. And also the fourth Monday of every month, we have Haki Nkrumah talking about child custodies and rights and laws and courts and so on and so forth. So you want to make sure that you stay tuned for that and some more. And if you have, again, an idea, comments, anything like that, you can email us, text us, so on and so forth. You make sure you like us on Facebook, subscribe to us on YouTube, and we would love to have you on the show. Waiting for your texts and your comments. So that's part of the show as well. So I'm Charles Morris. We want to thank Dr. Robinson, Louis Delgado, for a great job once again that they do every year. It's always in the month of September. It's called the Recovery Walk and Run. Well, this year was just a walk. There wasn't a running, but it was at Lake Eola. They do such a fantastic job every year. And again, I'm going to try my best to have Louis Delgado come on the show. And he has a lot of great stories. And he's a great human being doing a lot of work, and he's been doing it for a very long time. So I'm Charles Morris. You enjoy the rest of your week. You be blessed. This is the Journey 2020. Journey.